This video will talk about idea and the process of how I build up my own app model based on the information I have and the source I have. So as you can see right now, this is the first document that I begin to work with my app model. This list of tools come from my one of my class in last semester. For as you can see, this is a list of the different kinds of tools or web tools that can be used in second language teaching and learning. For this list, it is most focused on literacy teaching in second language and culture, so you cannot find too much apps or tools that can be used in second language teaching in speaking and listening. But as you browse this list, you can notice that the tools that are listed here are characterized by its function. For example, for add model and name, they are under the learning management system, or as you can see as I scroll down, a comic digital storytelling. So this meaning about students reproduce or output of the language they have learned. So this is the list that I begin with my app model. And the second one I want to talk about is the pedagogy wheel version 2.0 developed by Alan Carrington. So for this wheel, as you can see, it's quite different from the list I just showed you before. So for this wheel, it is based on Bloom's taxonomy because as Bloom's theory discussed or proposed that for every children, their cognitive development consists of 6 different levels: remember, understand, apply, analysis, evaluate, and create. So this wheel is based on Bloom's taxonomy. It categorizes different kinds of apps by cognitive levels. As you can see here, the understand, remember, and understand levels are the most basic levels of student development, as it go this direction to the create. This will be the highest level of Bloom's taxonomy, the cognition level. So combine the idea of this wheel and the list I got before. So I want to make an app model which focus on apps in teaching second language and culture. For me, it will be teaching Chinese as a second language. So I want to make a chart which is based on Bloom's taxonomy, and I will I will find and categorize different kinds of web tools and app tools that I found into these different cognitive levels. So I build up an app model like this. So for this one, as you can see, it listed 6 different levels at the left column of this chart. As you can see that as I scroll down. And then I also list key questions and verbs and activities aligned with different cognitive levels requirement. This inspiration also comes from the wheel by Alan, because Alan also have this kind of thing here. As you can see, remember and understand cognitive level. So it gives action verbs, activities, and then the iPad apps. So I basically follow this logistic to build up my own chart. But for Alan's wheel, I think this wheel is helpful to frame my app model, but the apps he listed here does not have too much things to do with language teaching. I can pick up some like maybe like Twitter, Facebook, or Quizcast, Keynote, this kind of universal apps that can be used in every subjects, but I do not find the specific apps and the web tools that can be used in second language in the second language teaching. So that's why I find lots of different kinds of apps that is specifically focused on Chinese teaching as a second language. So as you can see here, I choose Kahoot Standard Mandarin, Anki, Youdao Dictionary, Chinese Writer, Fluent.U, MindJet for remember levels, different tasks. And when you click these links, it will lead you to the website of the introduction of the web or the app, so which is very convenient. And for every level, I provided like maybe 5 to 8 different kinds of apps that can be used in second language, teaching Chinese as a second language. But as you scroll down, I want to talk something about these 3 apps. Okay, so for these 3 apps, it is created by the Palace Museum of China. So from this description, as you can see, it will introduce to students of a day of the emperor who lived in the Forbidden City of China. So for this app, I think the usage of this app can be varied. For example, like for beginner students, I can use it for maybe vocabulary, and as a more advanced level students, I can use it for like a more cultural things. For example, I can do the comparison with what the Chinese emperor did in a day in the Asian, and what like maybe an European emperor did in a day, and compare what they do, and also the place they live, the clothes they wear. So I can do the compare task, which is the higher leveled cognitive task for my students. So for the apps I listed here, although that I may only put it in the level of evaluate, but it doesn't mean I cannot use it for other cognitive levels. The key point is about like how I will use this app to design a task or design an activity for my students. So there still remaining a lot of flexibility for teachers to use this app for. So in the website I created, I will create the basic and the possible use for every app I listed here, and I hope this will be very useful to other Chinese teachers who want to convert a traditional Chinese classroom into the more interesting and technological classroom that can help students to engage and to develop themselves better. And also like for one class, teacher can choose different apps from different column of like the level of cognition development, so students can have the more overall development of different level abilities. So I think the one of the most important and the beneficial point to use Bloom's taxonomy in characterize different kinds of apps is to make sure that teachers do not focus on maybe like the basic level of the task, like remember and understand, but focus on the 6 levels at the same time. So teachers can use the apps from the most goal level, like remember level cognition task to begin to start with, and then move to more higher level cognition activity listed here.